say Terraform for every resource, they're providing one registry documentation depends upon your version. Say suppose your version is 6.6.0 or 6.7.0. Say exact version, you go to that documentation. In your project, you are using 6.5.0, then take this documentation. Okay, so what is the provider is? Here AWS provider to interact with many of the resources supported by AWS. Almost 90 to 95% of the resources may be supported. Maybe some resources may be not supported. Okay, and approximately how many we have? 15, not 9, around 1500. Maybe in the higher version, they may give more also. Okay, so in the 6.5.0, they are supporting 1509 resources and 608 data sources. Okay, and each and every documentation, like resource, you no need to go through. But in your project, you will have 20 to 30 resource blocks. That's maybe again duplicate kind of resources, but that resources we need to understand. Each and every value also you need to understand. In the previous, in the last interview also, like a interviewer shared this documentation. That means we can open this. Need to get the each and every ID, and from that we need to create the resources. Okay, so that means say assume we want to take an EC2 instance. Okay, say EC2 instance here. I want to create an EC2 instance. Okay, AWS underscore instance. Then here we can have lot of values are there, and they use the data source also. Okay, so the data source later we'll discuss, but this block is going to create a resource. Okay, so this block is going to create a resource, but additional to this, I want to create more resources. Sorry, more values I need to add. So that resources, like here we need to understand these instance, what are the tags we have? Okay, what are the arguments we have? Okay, so now like region, which region you want, available zone you want, CPU options, credit. That means you no need to like imaginate all these. Everything is documented here. Everything is documented. If you have any doubts, okay, say instance underscore type. Okay, I need to give some type. Then use instance underscore type equal to. That means first copy this block. Already in this we given instance underscore type is T3 dot micro. So this you no need to remember, but from where we can get it is from this documentation, everything we are going to get here. And you can attach a security group also, or we can attach a secondary private IP, public IP. So whatever you want, you need to attach. Okay, then I want to attach a key pair also. Okay, then to the instance, so someone asked in the last week, right? Say here we have an EC2 instance. If I don't attach in if I don't attach key pair, what is going to happen? If I don't attach a key pair, then what is going to happen?
We will not be able to
We
connect to
are
that
not able to
instance.
connect. At least in the GUI, okay, it is allowing, sorry, it's not allowing to create a instance without having a key pair. Now, here, what is the name we need to give? Key underscore name. Okay,
Name.
so then you go to here, in this, you specify key underscore name equal to whatever the value you want. Say suppose my value is, say whatever the hard-coded values we have, that's you need to keep in the double quotes. My key pair. So try to understand like this. Okay, so my key pair, but this key pair is already it should be existing, but I don't have that key pair is existing. Then here I'm going to create a easy to key pair resource also. Okay, so what is the resource I'm creating? Okay, so then I need to give here the name is my key pair, and this value we need to generate, this public key we need to generate. Say in the Linux, you can generate this using sh-keygen. So don't get confused here. Key pair, we, if you have already, then here we are giving. If you don't have a key pair also, then here my key pair, my key pair. This name is not mandatory same, but better to keep this also. my key pair. Okay, then how to get this like a value is if I use what is the command to generate a key pair in the Linux? What is the command to generate a key pair?
I think SSH-keygen.
sh-keygen, we can generate a key. If you don't want like that, then in the Windows, if you want to generate, then you can go for a puttygen. All these days, putty we use only to convert the PEM to PPK, right? But here, this generate option is almost equal to in the Linux sh-keygen. This is the equivalent kind of thing. But here you need to have a mouse over need required. Then only it will generate the key. Okay, then say here whatever we are getting, this is your, so whatever you are getting is your public key, and you can save that as a private key, you can save. Okay, no passphrase is required. You can save that as a PPK file. Then what we can do is this key here you need to keep. Okay, so once you copy this one, what we need to do is like we save the private key, right? This public key we are giving with the instance. Then that instance and the key pair both are linked. Yeah, that means whatever I'm doing, everything we can do from here itself. Outside you no need to go, but initially it required some time to understand all this.
So
Okay.
if we have, if we already have the key
If you have
pair,
already
so
that key
that
pair, then you no need to keep this
hmm,
block. Directly here you
yeah,
can give the key
but
name
that key should be available under
under
Terraform
that region.
folder or okay. Mm-hmm.
In that region, that key should be available. Okay.
Uh, can you tell me one scenario? I couldn't get that
No,
actually.
no. That key name, whatever the name we should have, that name
Uh-huh.
should be in that region. It should be there. So my key pair,
Mm-hmm.
this is already existing key pair, assume.
Correct. Uh-huh.
Then that should be existing in our account. Otherwise, it won't create.
Okay. So that key pair should not be available in the server where we are using
Then
this
we
Terraform.
need to
Is it?
create a new one, right?
No. See, I generated the key using keygen or like using command
Yeah,
line.
if we
Okay.
generate the
Uh,
keygen also, AWS won't get.
hmm,
So once you run that through keygen, that
hmm,
public key anyhow we need to keep it. That would be saved in id_rsa.pub.
hmm,
So here one
correct.
like normal method is try to understand.
Hmm,
AWS is generating the key pair.
correct. Hmm,
Then they are keeping with the instance the public key
hmm.
and giving us
Private key.
private key. Now in this use case, we are generating key pair.
Hmm, hmm.
Okay. And we kept private key.
Private key.
And
Hmm,
we need to submit public key. Then this what it will do is this will create a new key pair.
correct. Hmm, hmm.
Okay. That's the reason we given the
Oh.
public key. And we have already that.
No, I mean to say, suppose I already have the PPK file. Okay.
If you have
So in the
already that
desktop,
in that
no,
region, that key pair is there, right? Key name.
no, I don't want to give it in that. I
No,
mean,
no, that
just
that that won't modify.
okay. Uh-huh.
Then we may need to use that as the data source itself. But you no need to use the data source also. Directly you can give the key name.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If already that is existing,
Hmm.
you no need to create it.
Hmm.
You just can use it.
Okay, got it.
Sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So here everyone today need to provision the resources from the documentation or like maybe from ChatGPT like this in the interview. They're not allowing ChatGPT, but for practice purpose, try to do. Okay, so only from this documentation itself, we need to do it. This is official documentation. and there is nothing wrong in this using. And every resource is available in this. That means they given the resource documentation for almost 1509 resources and 600 plus
Data.
data sources. Each and everything is available. Each and every argument also is available. But you no need to go through each and everything. Whatever the resources you have in your project, according to that, you need to go through this. Okay, so then I'll come to this, like we need to perform AWS Terraform tutorial. This is another one. If you go through that, my videos which I have shared, you may see this screen more frequently. But in the previous one, they have around 8 tutorials here. But as of now, they kept only 6. We already done install Terraform, right? I hope everyone done the install Terraform, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Create the infrastructure. We already created that in the first day itself. We done this also.
That's
Okay, so that's we created the like resources also. We have done like a main.tf we kept and we initialize. I hope everyone done this also. Okay, then here in the manage itself mostly they given those all the things. So now here in the manage. So previously that is different tutorial. Now they given in the same thing. Here they're declaring one more variables.tf. Try to understand here the code. So today everyone need to do this lab. So this is the code, right? Try to understand this.
completed, sir.
Come again.
Completed these labs.
Yes, you are very.
And also implemented in Terraform.
Yes. No. Others are facing problem. Please bear some time. Okay. So now here we have this. Previously there is no data source also, but they have added the data source. What this is doing is instead of giving the data normally previously what we used to do is I need to give that AMI ID. That means here AMI ID would be there. That AMI ID I used to give, but now they have given data dot that AMI ID. This is getting dynamically. What is the advantage is with every region we need to change previously that AMI ID. But with this data source, it dynamically it will bring. If you don't understand, also no problem. Here we have that later will understand. Data source is little tricky kind of thing as of now, but they have included in the first lab itself. That's the reason we are discussing. Then instance type. What is the thing we have given here?
Data.micro.
That is a hard-coded value. What is the meaning of hard-coded is direct value I am keeping. In the programming, that is one of the worst practice. In the coding wise, that is one of the worst practice. We shouldn't keep directly the hard-coded value. Then what we need to do?
Need to use
Input
variables.
variable.
We need to use the variables. What is the advantage we are going to get by using the variables? The script is becoming more reusable. The script is going to become more reusable. And the second thing is, for the other people who don't have much skills, I don't want to touch my main.tf. Okay, so they can use only the variables kind of thing. Even in the AWS also, when we creating the instance, we are passing the values, right? Can you tell me what are the details we given? We given the some name, we given the instance type. Either we given the value or we selected, right? Okay, say instance type, AMI, key pair, all those graphically we have chosen, right? But what we need to do is declare them as the variables. What is the advantage of declaring as the variables is more reusability will come to your script. This script is as of now is only hard-coded one. The script is only hard-coded. Say from starting to end, can you tell me some of the values what we can like pass as the parameters as we can pass as the variables? Can you tell me what are the details we can pass it?
AMI instance type.
AMI instance type. Who is telling?
Somesh.
Somesh. Yeah, Somesh, please stay calm today.
Okay.
Okay. So don't mind. I hope you got it. Others are confusing.
We can give the tag name as well, right?
Yeah, tag name first, second step.
And
Region we have.
yeah, region as
Okay,
well.
so region, all these, if I use the variables, like I can pass my values, you can pass your values, some X can pass other values. That means this script is becoming
Reusable.
reusable. Okay, that is the purpose. Normally in the cloud formation we use the parameters. Now here we are declaring them as the variables .tf file. Okay, and is it mandatory to declare as the variables.tf itself the file is? That is one of the industry standard. For all the resources for that, what is the name we are keeping?
Variables.
Main.tf. So we are keeping as main.tf. Now all the variables as variables.tf, outputs.tf, providers.tf, like this, each and every directory structure, that's called as a folder structure, is called as a framework kind of thing. Normally, try to understand how the evaluation of IT automation would be there is, first we'll have the command line. Okay, after command line, we will go to code. Then we'll enhance this one with the parameters, all those, and we'll develop the frameworks. Okay, so that's that folder structure, all that is called as the frameworks. With the frameworks, what is the advantage we are getting is we will get more reusability kind of thing. So frameworks will get more reusability will get. Then finally, I'll give the options to pass those variables. Okay, that means I have my values. Say I want T3 dot micro. Okay, another guy want mx dot large or T3 dot large, T3 dot 2x large. Like this, different guys can pass different values in the variables. Finally, what we will give to the end user? We'll give that itself, that form itself through the GUI we are going to give. But we started AWS in the reverse order. First we started through GUI, later CLI. Now we are writing code. But what is the expectation is we need to develop the frameworks. That frameworks in the Terraform are called as modules. Okay, so there is a slight enhancement compared to our code or script, then modules. A modules is a universal kind of a folder structure. Then if you understand the modules and if you reuse the modules, lot of advantage is there and lot of job opportunities are there. That means we need to understand how to use those. We need to understand how to use those the modules, how to understand that's we need to understand. But as of now, we are in the code itself. Maybe 10 years back, people used to work with this kind of code. Then we got the idea of variables. Then variables, if you declare, what is the main advantage we are getting is instead of calling the hard-coded values, I can pass my own values. We can pass it. Then finally, we have outputs.tf also we have. But try to understand now this existing script, we have a lot of values are hard coded. Okay, and I'm creating terraform.tf or provider.tf also. I'm keeping as a separate file. Means instead of keeping all those in the single file, always split that into a universal acceptable file structure, and that folder structure we are calling as the module. And what is the main advantage of the modules are even more reusability, modularity, encryption, encapsulation, all that benefits will come. Okay, so I'll tell one example. Say Java, Python. So Python is getting more success in the AI, ML kind of things because data science related, AI related, more like packages or more modules are available compared to Java. So what is the advantage of having always a framework is if you use a framework, a folder structure kind of thing will come and we can reuse those modules. If you want to develop from scratch, it will take a lot of time. Okay. So then here everyone by tomorrow need to finish all these, each and everything is there. Just you need to spend some time and need to read. So here we are getting this documentation, right? In the real time also we'll get the same documentation that itself manager will share for us and we need to perform from that. Then here input variables, I'm declaring two variables I'm declaring. Okay, so try to understand. I'm creating one file variables.tf also. Then say one keyword what is the keyword we are using here? Variable is the keyword. Variable is the keyword and given the name as instance name. Okay, and how many variables we are declaring here? Two variables we are declaring. Then I want to declare one more variable also. We'll discuss that. Then here instance name, description, type. Say every variable, like even if you start from C or Python, C++, every like variable will have a data type. What are those data types supported in Terraform also we'll discuss. So type equal to string. So here we can have the different data types of their list, map, tuple. Like this here we have the different data types we have. Okay, so then it's a simple. And what is the meaning of default one? What is your understanding of default?
Profile.
If I don't give any value, this value would be taken. Okay, that means that variable, if I don't give any value, this value would be taken. Now, in my code, what I need to do is, say here, can you tell me the variable names? Instance underscore name is 1 and instance underscore type is 1. Okay, then if I go to my code, say here I have a hard-coded value, right? This I'm not going to keep. Then I'm going to keep var dot instance underscore type. No need to keep the double quotes also. If it is a hard-coded value, you need to keep the double quotes. So now here what we are doing, var dot
Instance type.
instance type. Then here tag also we want to replace that also we can give. Okay, next what we have? Instance name. So now this itself is the tag itself is the instance name. Yeah, can you tell me var dot
Instance type.
instance underscore name?
Name.
I hope you got it right.
Sir.
Okay, then say for the region also I want to change. I don't want to pass like that. Then I'm going to declare a variable here. I'm going to declare a variable here. What is the name of the variable? Okay, I'm keeping AWS underscore region I'm giving. Then description. Description is optional, but better to have. Then here
Use the region.
choose the region. Okay, then I want to give the type. So these all don't copy paste initially. Try to type it. We'll get some errors, but no issue. Okay, so now here this is a string. Then default.
US East 1 or West
Whatever
2.
the region you want, that you can specify. Then close that. In this script, what we need to do is here we have the hard-coded value, right? Var dot
Instance type.
no. The variable name, whatever we have given, that we need to give here.
Okay. AWS region.
AWS underscore region. Like this, if we make it this script, no end user, no need to come to here to change this script. If you want to change any value, he can pass it from the
GUI only, sir.
not from GUI. He can pass it from the command line. And even we have one more file, that is, what is that? We'll discuss how a user can pass those values. If the user don't pass any values also, what is going to happen?
It will
Default
take
value.
default,
Default values. Hope you got it right.
sir.
Everyone clear or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So then how to pass those from the command line, but command line is also not a best practice. We'll do that. Now, once we declare those values, now we replace that t2.micro with var.instance underscore name, var.instance, no need to keep the double quotes also. Then here what we are doing is that var name I'm passing as at the command line, at the time of apply, what I'm doing is Terraform planner apply happen where that instance type I'm going to give. So remaining I have three values, right? But only one thing I'm changing. For other two, it will take default values only. Whatever the values you want to change, those all you can specify by using the .var. By using that as the var. Okay, so this is a command line argument. So now what is the argument we are passing is a command line argument we are passing. Yeah, any doubts on this? Any doubts on this? So instead of passing, if we have multiple values also, hyphen var we can give and we can create those all the values. Okay, but that is not a best method. Okay, so we'll discuss that also in the what we can do is like those all the values I can declare them as Terraform dot TF vars I can declare. Now all these days we have like Terraform.tf or provider.tf, main.tf, variables.tf, outputs.tf, backend.tf, versions.tf. Like this, all most of the configuration files we are keeping with the .tf extension. But now the values we are passing to that we are declaring as the Terraform.tf vars file. In the Terraform.tf vars file, what we can do is in the Terraform.tf vars file, what we can do is like try to understand instance underscore name equal to instance underscore type equal to AWS underscore. So here what we are doing is all the values of those variables we are passing. Okay, so then for dev.tf vars qa.tf vars prod.tf vars like this we can declare three values. That means my values for dev is different, my values for QA is different, my values for production is different. Then how many values I'm going to declare here? How many TF vars files I'm declaring? Three I'm declaring. Can you tell me the difference between variables.tf and terraform.tf vars?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Can you tell me the difference between variables.tf and terraform.tf vars file? The variables we are declaring in variables.tf file. The values we can pass it from?
Command line?
Not from the command line. We can declare another file. Terraform.tf vars.
TF vars, okay.
Okay, now whenever I want to pass this file, say don't keep Terraform.tf vars. Okay, say keep three different versions. Dev.tf vars. Okay,
QA.
so QA.tf vars. But no need to keep all the same files. So here I'm going to keep my QA.
QA.
Okay, another region if required, another one. Okay, for production, what I want is I want t3.large. I want. If the same script I'm reusing for 3 different environments.
Hmm.
I hope you got it right. Otherwise, I need to create 3 main.tf files. Are you able to understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So then with this use case, what is going to happen is in my pipeline, when I'm running, then what I'm going to do is Terraform apply hyphen var hyphen
Well,
file. Okay. So then
okay.
for production environment, if I'm using
Prod.tf.
production.tf vars, I'm going to use. If I'm using for QA environment, then I'm going to give QA.tf
TF.
vars. Okay. Any doubts on this? Any doubts on this? So hyphen var is better or hyphen var file is better in the production?
I think file is better, right?
Yeah, hyphen var file, because this we can keep in the GitHub kind of repository itself. Okay. So that means in this lab itself, try to create through var also try to pass, and through variables also you can pass. Then outputs.tf. So outputs.tf also in the last interview they ask more. Then like after provisioning we'll get those details. I don't know the IP address, all these. Now, like for the variable, what is the keyword we use? Variable
Output.
is the keyword we use while declaring. In order to declare the output variables, what we are using the keyword is output. Okay. Then this is the name of the output itself. Then this value, this is small tricky kind of thing. Okay. So then in your resource block, AWS underscore instance is resource type. Then app underscore server is, if you go to this block,
Instance type.
this is the, no,
Absent.
this is the name what we have given. Then technically that name is AWS underscore instance dot app underscore server. Okay. Then app underscore server. Then I want a public IP. Then here what they want, private DNS, right? I want a public IP. Then output, then instance, public IP. Any description you can give.
Public IP name.
Yeah. Now here small thing is there. Then value equal to AWS underscore instance dot app underscore server. That public IP, you no need to worry. Go to the documentation. So we have this documentation, right? In this search for the EC2 instance. In this EC2 instance, okay, so what we are going to get is in the arguments, you are going to get all these. So what I want is, I want a public IP. Here we have the private IP, private DNS name. Secondary private IP. public underscore
IP.
IP. The exact one we need to use. Even previously they got the public underscore DNS also. They want the host name. Okay, so that means it's going to show the private host name. Then we are getting even the public IP also. I hope you got it right, how we can use the documentation. So what is the difference between input variables and output variables?
So dynamically, we are giving the values at the time of
Yeah, so we can, instead of
input.
using the hard-coded values,
Hard-coded.
for different environments, we can pass our own values by using variables.tf or input variables. Okay, so then output values are
Yeah.
after provisioning only these details we will get. Before I don't know the public IP, all these after provisioning only I'll get that. Okay, so those details I'm going to specify as output values. I'm going to save those as the output values. I'm going to save it. Okay. So then how many you want you can declare, but all these details are stored in state file. But there are some use cases why we need to use the output values also, that we'll discuss, because in the automation, these outputs may be the inputs to the next step. Okay. By default, all these values are stored in
main.tf.
No, in the state file. Public
So-
IP, all these details will come in the state file, we'll get that. But important details I'm showing as the output values. Okay. So then, so coming to this tutorial, these all everyone need to finish. As of now, skip output values. After that, we have the modules, right? That we'll discuss later. So you no need to worry about the modules. As of now, we'll discuss. Then destroy is a straightforward. So what we are doing with the Terraform destroy?
Terminating.
Yeah, it will
Terminate
delete
all
that instance.
instance.
Terraform destroy will delete all the resources provisioned through. Okay, so then once we do the Terraform destroy, so now here we have Terraform Cloud we can use. So what is this meaning is, we are like, there is a Terraform Cloud is also one, everyone can create an account also in this. Okay, so Terraform Cloud we have. So in the Terraform Cloud, what we can do is, you can create an account. Okay, then after that, that login details you are going to enter. But here it send one token. You can enter that token. Then you are using that username and password. We are logging to Terraform login command. Then after this, as of now, what we are doing is, we are keeping like Terraform backend. This is only for the practice purpose we are doing. Once you done this tutorial, in the real time, we are going to keep our backend is, where is the backend we are keeping? In the S3 bucket we are keeping. Okay, for the locking, what we are using?
DynamoDB.
DynamoDB. That's we need to do, but this tutorial everyone need to finish. Okay, so a lot of people, like offline people, used to do all these in the day one itself. Okay, so once you done this, these around how many they have? 6 tutorials, right? In that I skipped modules. After that, come to these fundamentals we have, right? CLI. So in the CLI, how many tutorials we have? Again, most of them we have done Terraform plan, apply configuration, okay, Terraform with variables. That itself they have given more detailed. Okay, so till this 10 minutes is there, right? In the CLI. I shared that. In this also, till this output variables, each and everything we have. So if you go to this, then you just need to have the interest towards this, and you clone this, git clone in your mission, then go to that. Everything they have given, try to understand that code, try to understand. Okay, so this tutorial also almost 6 plus 4, around 10 tutorials you need to finish. And everyone create an account in the Terraform cloud also. Then who already done that, I'm giving one assignment. Okay, so what is that assignment is VPC subnet. Say you want to make it one subnet public, one subnet as private. Means 2 subnets you need to create. Then according to that route tables, route table association, all these also we need to create. Then like need to create a key pair, optionally NACL, security group. Then finally one instance in public IP, one instance in private IP. So who will do this assignment? Somesh, you need to do it.
Yes, sir.
You got it right?
Yes, actually, in the deployment, I connected the Git, but
So from the Terraform documentation, you need to get all these resource blocks.
okay.
So from that, you need to create. Don't use, if you want optional, you can use ChatGPT, but from the Terraform documentation, all these resource blocks you need to copy.
When I created the account, it actually asked one VCS. So I added a Git and working on Git.
Yeah, no issues. You can do from Git also, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, I want these, all the resources need to be created through Terraform. Okay, then
Okay.
second use case is, I want to use same resource block, but 2 resources I want to create. Okay, so for this we can use the count and for each. Who will do this one? So single resource block, but I want to give 2 resources. That means in my resource block, I'll keep count equal to 2, count equal to 10. Like this I can give, but there is one problem with that. But like at least try to create 2 resources with the. Okay, so who will do this one? This is very simple.
Sir, like this is for automation.
No.
Like
In the same resource block, we need to
Mhm.
keep count equal to 2.
Okay.
Say, try to understand here.
Just like we have done in CLI.
No. Yeah, in CLI
Here
also we
also,
can. So now here in the resource block itself, what I'm doing here is I no need to specify 2 times resources.
Okay. Okay.
Normally, I need to specify 2 times that resource block, right?
Hmm.
But instead of that, I'm giving only
To count,
count equal to 2. If I give count equal to 100,
it will be 100 times.
100 resources would be created. I no need to keep 100 times that resource block.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this someone need to do. Who will do this?
I'll try.
Satish. Satish.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So then for Manoj, what is the use case is, I want to
Mhm.
create 2 instances, but
Okay.
one in like East US,
Okay.
choose one region, one in
West.
West US.
Okay.
This scenario you need to do it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ashwin,
Yes.
S3
Yeah.
bucket
Mhm.
and copy some objects to bucket through Terraform itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, so what should I do in East and West? Like we need to
In
attach. Like,
single block itself, it need to create one in. I'll give the hint. Say here you need to use 2 providers. You need to use.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So in one resource you are keeping one provider. In another resource you are keeping another
Provider.
alias provider.
Alias. Okay. Okay. I'll
Okay.
try.
So you use ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
Okay. S3 bucket. this one for Ashwin. Okay. And what about others? Deepak. Deepak Santosh. Shanti.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What about you, Shanti?
Actually, I'm not attending the
Yes, I
last
understood.
week.
Try to finish these all that. Okay. See,
Okay,
at least
okay.
that basic tutorials, everyone finished that.
Sure, sir.
Tomorrow I'll assign one assignment on this.
Sure. So can you share this record, sir? So means like
Sure.
recording,
I'll
so we
share.
can.
Yeah. Okay. So try to finish all these. Who not
Yes.
done like a that
Sir,
tutorial
can you
is
provide the running notes? It is possible.
this
Hello?
all like we are here we have the complete documentation is available, right?
Yes, yes, but before starting,
No. This here we have everything is there. Each and every step and every command also is there.
no.
This is more than running notes, right? We have even in the job also we'll get the so manager will give these documents for us. From this we need to perform the automation.
Okay.
So
Okay, I just need to copy and need to provide you. That's it.
every company is asking
Every
only
company
for
will keep
Terraform. I have two, three
yes.
questions.
Terraform. Like if you understand my speed and if you follow, then only we can manage in the job.
Hello.
Okay. So previously also people who got the jobs, Terraform and Kubernetes itself is the like we should have good standard we need to have. Okay. Who are not in that
Yes.
standard, like need to follow who are doing that with them we need to get that kind of maturity. That's what DevOps meaning itself is a collaboration kind of things. If the already company or if the team having that maturity, others also will get. If the team doesn't have that maturity, then no one will get that kind of things. Okay, that means if a already company has implemented lot of things, another 100 members are there, 101 member join also, he also can get that kind of expertise, maybe working for 3 months or 6 months. Okay, so that's like he also should have the knowledge. The companies don't do all this from the scratch. They have already the complete repos they have, but that code we don't understand from day one, right? That is the reason we are understanding all this. Okay, so tomorrow, like everyone need to come to one level.
Okay.
So some of them doing good, some of them not doing good, some of them not at all attending the classes. Okay, so uh, everyone need to come to one version. Everyone need to come.
Sure. Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
but need to maintain a good standard. This standard is not enough. Only one or two guys only like managing. Previously, people used to do all these tutorials in the day one session itself. They used to do. We have everything here, right? Okay, and even they have the video steps. All those detailed are there. Even more advanced things are there. There I will help you. Otherwise, I need to explain this. What other institutes are telling is that's end. That's not matches for the 4 years of experience.
Yes.
Correct.
You got it right. We are not going to keep as a fresher level. I can teach you. I can spoon feed, but that there is no use. It's both of us responsibility, right? Not only my responsibility.
Correct.
Finally, you can throw one word that document is not there. That's I can. I know because what I'm doing is not for the first time I'm doing. This is almost 45 plus 15 means almost 60th batch. This is not the first time I'm doing this, right? Okay, and most of the people got the success, and in that Terraform is also one of the pillar. After that, Kubernetes. Okay, these hands-on, if you're able to do, then definitely we are going to get the success. Okay, so tomorrow that interest I can see how you can see, like how you can perform. Okay, and no one watching the videos also, because I can get the count also, how many people are watching also, I can get the count.
Yes.
My Citrix, all those videos are people are watching, outside people, but Terraform, these all no one watching these videos.
Yes.
Okay, so try to finish those videos also.
Sure.
Okay, so at least 8 to 10 hours every day you need to practice. Otherwise,
Sure.
what is going to happen is after getting job, you will be in the chat, like a confusion, all those. If you manage, all these are like people are done, not one or two guys, hundreds of people already done. With that itself, they are surviving in the jobs. And other institutes only covering these 8 parts itself, they will cover, or maybe some other additional. But we can't like train like that. Okay, and documentation here, whatever we are sharing, we have a lot of documentation is there, and I shared those like Word documents, those also we are sharing. Okay, so here each and every step we have for each and every tutorial, we have the step also we have. That just you need to copy paste itself. But so now like he done this. Somesh, you have done right this manage infrastructure.
Yes, sir.
Somesh, yes, from where you have done from this document only, right?
Yes.
Everything is there here or there or not?
Only from here.
Yeah, from here, because that it's official documentation. Everyone need to follow from this itself. Okay. Eh, what about you, Deepak? Santosh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is update from you? What is update? Because we are not in the initial classes, right? Already we're in the like going forward, even we need to do a lot of scenarios. Okay, so tomorrow everyone come with at least basics. Otherwise, for me also teaching class also is becoming very tough. If I go advanced, others can't understand. If I teach again the basics, others will like assume like again teaching the basics itself. Everyone come to one level. Take 2 days, 2-3 days time also no problem. But everyone come. Okay. So then tomorrow these all the scenarios you need to do. We have lot of tutorials here we can do. Then if you perform all those tutorials, you will get 3 to 4 years of hands-on experience on the Terraform. Then you no need of like support guys, no need to manage, because you have lot of expectations on the support team. That support team means like after getting job, someone will support you, right? They will explain only high level itself. Ultimately, who need to work? You itself need to work.
Yes. Yes. Ask.
Okay, so that's because for him, like it's nowhere interested on your job. He's getting his money. Hence, spend some time and do, because that AWS scenarios also for no one. I have done it. If I assign them, people used to do it. But for your batch, I have shown most of the scenarios. Okay, it doesn't work out like that. You need to do the things. If you have any problem, we'll discuss on that. But you're not keeping 5 to 10% also. That is the problem. If you struck somewhere at the 40%, 50%, definitely we can discuss.
Sure. Sure.
Okay. So tomorrow
Sure.
you need to show that thing. Need to show some interest. Again, don't miss again tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay. Everyone come with that documentation. Basic at least one Terraform setup. You keep it. Okay. Try to execute. Okay. If you have any problems, you can come to office also. So morning to evening, Manoj is staying there itself in the office itself. Is staying. So the main
So
purpose of this is everyone need to get the success is the main motive. Okay, use
yes.
this as an opportunity and need to gain that expertise. Then very easy. Okay. So today also Satish, I think Satish came, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Says Satish also have some doubts. Okay, I can understand, but he has that interest. You need to keep that efforts also.
Correct.
Okay. So then it's not impossible. We are not doing for the first time in the last 7 to 8 years. Lot of people place. Everyone are surviving also. Out of 100, 1 or 2 cases only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So market may be up and down should be there, but we need to overcome that. Don't worry about like job market is dull. Don't worry about that. It's like it's very short term kind of things itself. In the last 5, 6 years, very short term up and downs are there. But when we got the up, everyone will get the jobs. Even if you have 30 to 50 members also, like a small wave comes, everyone will get the jobs. But
Sure.
we should be ready for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Come again. Should that tomorrow you need to show that interest also, because I'm very much interested. Okay. You also need to maintain the same thing.
Yes. So in Terraform, sir, already I have done like one of the EC2 instance created by automated. So from one region to another region.
No.
So
The same Terraform script, 2 instances need to be created in
okay.
2 different regions.
Okay. Okay. I'll
Okay. So 1 second. So here we need to know how to use the chat GPT.
yeah.
Okay. So go to chat GPT. Create 2 instances into
2 regions.
using single script, multiple providers.
Providers.
Now here we are going to keep an alias.
Yes.
Okay. So now here this is
What?
one provider. Okay. Alias we use US East 1. Second one alias name is US West. Region is US West 2. And whenever you are creating an instance, in that you provider, you need to specify that name of that.
Okay. Okay. Sir.
If you have only single provider, you no need to specify this one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but what happening here? This resource is creating in
Only one region.
the US East 1.
Yes.
In the another instance block, what you are keeping is
US West 2 or like
that
West.
is alias name.
Yes. For
Okay, then
providers.
this will 2 providers we have.
Okay.
Okay, so in this they have given even Azure also they have given in this example, but you don't need to take this.
Okay.
Okay, so in this they use Azure also as one provider they use.
Okay.
Okay, so that Azure also you can create the resources.
Okay. Sir.
Okay, so in the job wise you can use ChatGPT, but interview wise,
No charge.
yeah, that but a lot of people are telling to use this documentation. They are telling to use
Right.
which one? Yeah, this documentation they are telling to use. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sure.
Shrikant,
Thank you,
so
sir.
for me, after creating the S3 bucket, what need to
Yeah,
do?
need to copy some content into that.
Okay, fine.
So that's maybe object kind of classes, all that policies, all these also you can enforce.
Right.
Okay. In some interviews, even that assignment also they have given for 10 to 15 minutes, they'll give. We need to do this assignment in front of them. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sure.